Hey everyone, I'm the Watcher, and today I have watched Demon Slayer Season 3 Episode 11 in 0.25x speed and found 20 amazing details that you may not have seen before. To not waste any of your time, let's get into the juicy details. The series picks up where it left off from the last episode, and the first detail that I noticed in this episode is Tanjiro's Demon Slayer mark. It has already emerged on his head, but normally he only has one mark on his forehead. In this scene, if you watch closely, you can clearly see another mark peeking out from the side of his head. It's just hidden by his hair so we can't see it very well. But it's just a small mark, like a secondary power-up, not the full ultimate power mark that we saw in Season 2 when he was about to cut off the upper six head. Detail number 2. In this scene, when Tanjiro shouts at the fear demon to not run while he tries to escape into the forest, it's a foreshadowing of Season 2 when Tanjiro shouted at the upper 3 demon to not run and face his responsibility. It's also a foreshadowing of the upper 4 demon's past, when he was still a human who always ran away from his responsibility. Detail number 3. This scene happens so fast that you might miss it. You might think Kenya missed when he threw the tree. But if we slow down the video, we can see that when Kenya threw the tree at the fear demon, the first tree missed, but the second tree did land on top of the demon. However, this demon's skin is much stronger than a boulder, so this tree didn't do any damage. Detail number 4. This scene reveals Kenya's incredible speed and strength as a half-demon. We can see that Tanjiro is the first one to chase after the upper 4 demon, followed by Nezuko. But in a flash, Kenya dashes past them both, leaving behind his gun and sword. He knows that his weapons are useless against this tiny demon, so he relies on his agility and power. Detail number 5. In Zenitsu's flashback scene, we discover a detail that Zenitsu explains to Tanjiro that the thunder-breathing technique is about channeling all the strength in your body to your legs. This implies that anyone with strong legs can achieve this godlike speed and combine it with other breathing techniques. I hope in Season 2 we will see Tanjiro and Zenitsu using this amazing skill together to fight the demons. But did you notice? How does Zenitsu know all this when he is always asleep during battles? Detail number 6. In this scene, when Tanjiro is about to slice the demon's head, we can see that he uses thunder breathing before switching to sun breathing. We can tell by the mist animation that appears first and then changes to fire later. This mist animation is identical to the one that Zenitsu makes every time he uses his thunder breathing technique. Detail number 7. In this scene, the small demon grows bigger, but notice the letter on his tongue. This means that this demon can split into 6 different emotions, and his main body is separate from them. Detail number 8. We don't usually see how Nezuko throws her blood at the demons, but in this scene the animation shows us in a single frame that she clenches her fist and uses her nail to stab the palm of her hand. That's how she produces the blood that she throws. We can also see in the background that when the demon is burning, both of her palms are still bleeding. Detail number 9. When Tanjiro pushes the demon off the cliff and Nezuko tries to save him, it's a foreshadowing of Season 1 when Tanjiro pushed another demon off the cliff, but Nezuko caught him on time. Detail number 10. Some people might wonder how Tanjiro got stuck on a tree. But if we watch this scene in slow motion, we can see that there is a tree on the cliff. It's just too dark and it happens too fast, so some people might miss it. Detail number 11. In this amazing scene, when Tokido throws the new sword to Tanjiro, Tanjiro uses the thunder breathing mixed with sun breathing again. But this time it's much cooler because we can see the thunder animation just like Zenitsu's. But Tanjiro's animation is thunder first and then fire second. He needs to use thunder to boost his speed, and then he switches to sun breathing mid-air. Detail number 12. When Tanjiro is about to slice the demon's head mid-air, we can see that his sword turns slightly red without using any of Nezuko power. This is a hint that this sword will become fully red in the next season. Detail number 13. When the sun is rising, the demon and Nezuko are burning from the heat of the sun. But notice that every demon that we have seen burning from the sun throughout 3 seasons so far has a different burning pattern from Nezuko. All those demons burn from the skin to black ash like charcoal. But Nezuko burns into red skin that we have never seen before. It's like Nezuko's skin is starting to become immune to the sunlight. That's why when she sheds all that old skin of hers, she reveals a new skin that can withstand the sunlight. Detail number 14. In this scene, some people are angry at Tanjiro because they think saving Nez is the top priority. They think the swordsmiths die a lot, and they are not as important as Nezuko. They think there is no need to choose who to save. But it's not that simple, as we can see. It's not only about saving those 3 swordsmiths, but also about the Upper Moon, 4 Demon himself. If Tanjiro lets this Upper Moon 4 get away with it this time, it's just like history repeating itself when the Upper Moon 3 escaped into the forest when the sun was rising. So it's a foreshadowing and a commitment of Tanjiro. If he lets this demon get away, the lives of those who died in this fight will be meaningless. And Nezuko knows that. That's why she sacrifices herself for those 3 swordsmiths, because this is her character development. Nez doesn't want Tanjiro to repeat the same history when Rengoku died. Detail number 15. When little Nez kicks Tanjiro away, she makes a hand sign to Tanjiro to encourage him to continue the journey without her. This means she doesn't know that she is going to be immune to the sun. So in this scene, Nezuko is ready to die. Nez is always ready to sacrifice herself like the other hashiras, even though she is a demon. But I think if Nez dies, Tanjiro will become much stronger than that, because his motivation will change from helping Nezuko to avenging Nezuko. Because in this world, the most powerful motivation is not love, not responsibility, but the power of vengeance. Detail number 16. Notice in this scene, when Tanjiro is about to slice through the demon's heart, the animation shows 2 scents. One is gray and one is red. The gray one is the scent of the clone body of this demon, and the red one is the scent of the main body. It's so tiny and hidden that it barely has any smell, but Tanjiro can still detect this tiny demon. Detail number 17. In the flashback of the Upper Moon 4 demon, they show us that this demon always ran away from his responsibility. He was always afraid, and he even killed other people because of that. Because he didn't accept the reality, and that fear gave him the ability to create another clone of himself with his emotions when he became a demon. Detail number 18. When Nezuko becomes fully immune to the sun, her black dots in her eyes change from normal to having some cracks. This might be because she is still affected by the sunlight. Also, the theory that she starts talking is because she can control 100% of her mind now. She doesn't need the bamboo stick to stop her from attacking humans anymore. Miss Tamayo also said that Nezuko's blood can cure the man that Tanjiro saved from Season 1 and make him live like Ms. Tamayo with a small amount of blood. Detail number 19. In Muzan's flashback, they show us that Muzan became a demon because of a medicine from a doctor who used the blue spider lily for experimental treatment. But if this was just an illness, how can all these demons use magic? That medicine might have something to do with magic. Or if it was only an illness, it could also be cured like Ms. Tamayo said. So that's all for today's video.